The Frankenstein Lawnmower, William Hovey Smith, 2025. This is Hovey Smith, the Backyard Sportsman. And this is the story of the Frankenstein Lawnmower. This lawnmower belonged to my late brother-in-law, Charles Eddings. And he used it for many years and actually had worn out the deck altogether. I mean, there were holes all in it. The starter motor was going. There were problems with the gas tank. The tires had gone and dry rotted. So by the time he died, this mower was still running, but with great difficulty. So after he passed, I decided I would try to restore it. And so I went all through this mower. And we did things like replace the gearbox. We did things like remove the gas tank. We did things like build a new battery cage for it. But there was one thing we did not do. And that was, I did not know how to correct the braking. Consequently, it got away from me one time and crashed the front end. And we rebuilt that with aluminum and wood and bolts and epoxy, etc., and put it together in a Frankenstein manner. Hence the name. And we'll show you that momentarily. But in the meantime, for those of you who had any doubts, yes, the mower runs strong, runs long, and cuts well. If you have inherited an old Craftsman, the parts are no longer available from Sears. Sears doesn't exist as a company. But aftermarket parts are available, and you can rebuild it. I had an opportune happening in that someone in Atlanta had a mower with a non-working engine that they gave away. But the deck was fine. He had a small yard and the deck had hardly been used at all. So I eagerly towed it away and brought it back here and disassembled it and salvaged what parts I thought were useful and sold the rest for scrap. And I still use the frame itself as an exterior workbench. So this is indeed a Frankenstein mower in that it contains parts from that other mower as well, like the seat and like the rear, because the mower from Atlanta also came with a bagger, which I haven't attached and don't know if I ever will. But now to show you the inside. My book, Using AI to Make Your Own Job Anytime, Anywhere, at any age, has received some really good reviews on Amazon.com, and I really need them right now. So if you want to help me help this channel and continue, please purchase one of my books from Amazon or Barnes & Noble and give it a review. These really help in these early stages. Now in this book, I tell you how to come up with original job ideas that incidentally may also help the environment, like keeping these old lawnmowers running instead of going out and buying a new one every time a minor part might fail. Now this is an ancient mower, and it shows an extreme example of what could be done. And yes, this could be a business for you or perhaps someone else you know. So, get my book, buy it, give it a recommendation, and by all means use it to make your own job and start your own business. This is the new battery box container I built, which I modified. Of course, we have a new battery in it. And we also redid all of the fuel lines, which were pretty well shot. and that is a new filter just put on. And now you can see somewhat better the numerous nuts, bolts, straps, and welds I put on this thing. Just about done everything but welding, as a matter of fact. And we've got the light bulbs just tied in there just to keep them out of the way until I can install them more properly. Here on the outside you see some of the exterior repairs made on the mower. These are of course bolt heads here, and we actually melted and cast plastic as well as used liquid steel to fill these cracks and put these pieces of plastic back in so that they are retained, and also had to use some wooden blocks on the inside. So this has aluminum reinforcing strips, epoxy, liquid steel, and wooden blocks, all to sort of hold it together. And thus far it seems to have worked very well. Now we'll do the startup. And there we have it, the Frankenstein mower at work. But now, this is Hovey Smith, reminding you to hunt what you eat and eat what you hunt. Be legal, be ethical, be safe, goodbye, God bless, and see you next time.